Good morning. As you step outside today, you might notice a sense of peace in the air, a gentle breeze, birds chirping, and the soft glow of sunrise painting the sky. It's the kind of morning that feels almost untouched, as if the world is holding its breath. But beneath this calm exterior, the atmosphere is quietly shifting, setting the stage for a dramatic change. Let's get right to it. Big changes are coming to the nation's weather. Across the country, meteorologists are tracking a developing system that promises to bring a significant shift from the tranquil conditions we're experiencing right now. If you look at the latest satellite images, you'll see clouds beginning to gather, hinting at the energy building in the atmosphere. After a quiet start to the week, a powerful storm system is about to sweep across the central U.S. This isn't just any ordinary weather front. It's a dynamic system forming over the Rocky Mountains, gaining strength as it moves eastward toward the Great Plains. The ingredients are coming together for a significant weather event. We're looking at a multi-day severe weather outbreak, not just a single event. This means that instead of one round of storms, we'll see several waves of severe weather, each bringing its own risks. The radar is already lighting up with early signs of storm cells developing, and this pattern is expected to continue for several days. The atmosphere is primed for action, and it's time to prepare. Winds are picking up, humidity is rising, and the air feels charged. These are all classic signals that something big is on the horizon. If you've ever felt that eerie stillness before a storm, you know how quickly things can change. The calm weather now is just the prelude. By Wednesday, March 4th, storms will begin and continue through Friday. Mark your calendars, because this window is when the most intense weather is expected. The transition from calm to chaos can happen fast, so it's important to stay aware as the week progresses. Multiple rounds of storms mean impacts will add up, especially flooding. With each wave of rain, the ground becomes more saturated, increasing the risk of flash floods and dangerous driving conditions. Urban areas in particular could see streets quickly turn into rivers, making travel hazardous and threatening property. This is a classic spring setup, but it's arriving early and with extra energy. Typically, we see these kinds of outbreaks later in the season, but this year, the atmosphere is ahead of schedule. The combination of warm, moist air from the south and colder air pushing in from the north is creating a volatile mix, fueling the potential for severe storms. Severe thunderstorms are likely, so everyone in the path needs a plan before warnings go out. Don't wait until the sirens sound. Take time now to talk with your family about where to go if a warning is issued. Make sure you know the safest place in your home, whether it's a basement, storm shelter, or interior room away from windows. Warm, mild air is about to clash with much colder air from the north and west. Think of it as a battleground in the sky. When these air masses meet, the result is explosive. Thunderstorms, hail, damaging winds, and even the possibility of tornadoes. This collision is what drives the severe weather threat, and it's unfolding right over the heart of the country. The risk zone stretches from the southern plains to the Ohio Valley. Cities and towns across this broad region should be on alert, as the threat isn't limited to one area. Whether you're in a rural community or a major city, the impacts could be significant, so it's crucial to stay informed. Now is the time to check emergency kits, review safety plans, and make sure you have ways to get alerts. Charge your devices, stock up on essentials, and double-check that your weather apps and alert systems are working. Preparation now can make all the difference when storms hit. Don't be fooled by today's quiet. Use this time to get ready. The blue skies and gentle winds are temporary, and taking action now will help protect you and your loved ones when the weather turns. Secure outdoor items, review your emergency contacts, and talk to neighbors who might need extra help. Stay with us for everything you need to know to keep your family safe. We'll be tracking the storm system every step of the way, providing updates, safety tips, and the latest forecasts. Remember, preparation and awareness are your best defenses against severe weather. Stay tuned, stay safe, and let's get through this together. What's fueling this storm? To understand the power behind these dramatic skies, we need to look at what's happening in the atmosphere above us. Storms like this don't just appear out of nowhere. They're the result of powerful forces colliding, setting the stage for nature's most intense displays. It's a classic battle of air masses, where two very different types of air meet head-on. Imagine a vast invisible line in the sky, separating cool, dry air from warm, humid air. This invisible boundary is where the real action begins. Cold, dry air is plunging south from Canada, sweeping across the landscape like a silent, icy wave. This air is dense and heavy, pushing forward relentlessly, often bringing a sharp drop in temperature as it moves. Meanwhile, warm, moist air surges north from the Gulf of Mexico, carrying with it the energy of the sun-soaked waters. This air is lighter, full of moisture, and eager to rise, creating a stark contrast with the cold air pressing down from above. When these two air masses collide, the lighter, warmer air is forced to rise rapidly over the advancing cold front. This sudden lift acts like a trigger, causing the moisture in the warm air to condense and form towering thunderstorm clouds that can stretch miles into the sky. This upward motion releases tremendous amounts of energy, fueling powerful updrafts that make the storms even stronger. The rising air cools and condenses, releasing latent heat, which further intensifies the storm's power and helps it grow. The boundary between these air masses, known as a cold front, acts like a giant wedge, lifting unstable air high into the atmosphere. This process is key to the development of severe weather, as it creates the perfect environment for thunderstorms to thrive and intensify. The greater the difference in temperature and moisture between the two air masses, the more explosive the storms can become. When the contrast is extreme, the atmosphere becomes a powder keg, ready to unleash violent winds, torrential rain, and intense lightning. Add in strong wind shear from the jet stream, where winds change speed and direction with height, and you have the perfect recipe for rotating supercells. These are the most dangerous type of thunderstorms, capable of producing some of the most severe weather on Earth. Supercells can unleash large hailstones that pummel the ground, damaging winds that snap trees and power lines, and even tornadoes that carve destructive paths across the landscape. The energy unleashed in these storms is truly awe-inspiring. All the ingredients are coming together for a major outbreak. When these forces align, meteorologists know to be on high alert, as the potential for widespread severe weather increases dramatically. This is the moment when the atmosphere's clash of air masses can turn an ordinary day into one for the history books. Let's break down Wednesday, March 4th, the first round of severe storms. The risk zone: northeastern Texas, Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, and parts of Illinois. Storms will erupt in the afternoon and intensify into the evening, making the commute dangerous. Main threats: very large hail, damaging winds up to 80 mph, and isolated tornadoes. Rotating storms are possible, so have a safe place ready before warnings are issued. Even one tornado in a populated area can be disastrous. Stay weather aware, keep your phone charged, and have a weather radio handy. The first wave is just the beginning of this multi-day event. Don't let your guard down after the first round. More storms are on the way. Which cities are most at risk Wednesday? Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Wichita are all in the bullseye. Little Rock sits on the eastern edge of the risk zone. These areas could see large hail, damaging winds, and possibly tornadoes. The exact track of storms will determine which neighborhoods are hit hardest. Some communities may face multiple rounds of severe weather over several days. Flooding risk rises with each round, especially where the ground is already saturated. Smaller towns and rural areas are also vulnerable. Don't be complacent. Everyone from Texas to the Ohio Valley should prepare for impacts. Severe storms bring a dangerous mix: large hail, damaging winds, tornadoes, and flash flooding. Hail forms as updrafts toss ice high into the storm, growing stones that can damage cars and roofs. Straight-line winds, sometimes topping 80 mm, can snap trees and damage homes. Supercells, fueled by wind shear, can spin up tornadoes with little warning. Even isolated tornadoes are a serious threat. Heavy rain can quickly overwhelm drainage, causing flash floods. Never underestimate water's power. It's often the deadliest part of severe weather. Stay alert to all hazards, not just tornadoes. The threat doesn't end Wednesday night. Thursday brings another round of severe storms to the same region: northern Texas, Oklahoma, and eastward. The slow-moving front keeps fueling new storms with Gulf moisture. Hazards remain: large hail, damaging winds, isolated tornadoes, and worsening flash flooding. Saturated ground means even more runoff and higher flood risk. Warning fatigue is real, but don't let your guard down. Each day's storms are new threats. Treat every warning seriously. Have a way to get alerts and be ready to act quickly. The marathon of severe weather continues. By Friday, March 6th, the severe weather pattern persists from northern Texas to Missouri. 3 days of storms mean cumulative impacts, especially flooding, are a major concern. All severe threats remain, but flooding risk escalates as rivers and streams rise. Smaller rivers can flood quickly, cutting off roads and isolating communities. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Never drive through flooded roads. The slow-moving front and steady Gulf moisture make this a prolonged, dangerous event. Stay alert even after storms pass. Floodwaters may keep rising. Flooding is the most widespread and deadly threat in this multi-day event. Early rain may help drought areas, but saturated ground quickly leads to runoff and flash floods. Urban areas are especially vulnerable. Water can fill streets and underpasses in minutes. Rural creeks and streams can become raging torrents, washing out roads and bridges. Repeated storms turn minor flooding into a major hazard. River flooding develops more slowly but can last for days, forcing evacuations. Residents in floodplains must monitor river forecasts closely. Farther north, warm air and rain can rapidly melt snow and break up river ice, causing ice jams and sudden flooding. Stay vigilant for changing flood risks throughout the week. When severe weather threatens, being prepared can make all the difference. The first step is to have a clear plan and make sure everyone in your household knows what to do. Sit down together, talk through possible scenarios, and decide how you'll communicate if you're separated. Staying informed is just as important. Weather can change quickly, so you need to be ready to act at a moment's notice. Use several reliable ways to get warnings. Don't rely on just one. Know AA. Weather radio is a trusted source, but also sign up for smartphone alerts and download weather apps from reputable sources. These tools can give you life-saving information, even in the middle of the night or when you're away from home. Know exactly where to go when danger strikes. For tornadoes, your safest place is a basement or a small, windowless interior room on the lowest floor. If flooding is a risk, move to higher ground immediately. Don't wait until water is rising. Practice these moves with your family so everyone feels confident and ready. Review your emergency plan regularly with your household. Prepare an emergency kit with essentials like water, non-perishable food, flashlights, batteries, medications, and important documents. Don't forget supplies for pets and infants. Keep your kit in a place that's easy to grab if you need to leave quickly. Always follow the advice of local officials. If you're told to evacuate, do so right away. Don't wait or try to see the storm for yourself. Your safety is the top priority, and emergency crews are there to help guide you to safety. Never attempt to drive through flooded roads. Even a small amount of moving water can sweep your vehicle away. Most flood-related deaths happen in cars, so if you see water covering the road, turn around and find another route. Treat every warning as urgent, even if you feel like you've heard them too many times. Weather alerts are issued for a reason, and ignoring them can put you and your loved ones at risk. Take each one seriously and act quickly. Keep your devices fully charged before storms arrive, and have backup power sources like portable chargers ready. Check forecasts often, especially if severe weather is expected, so you're never caught off guard. With careful preparation and constant awareness, you can greatly reduce your risk during severe weather. Staying calm and knowing what to do helps protect everyone in your home. Remember, your safety is our priority. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll keep you updated every step of the way.